What it do, gang? It's your boy back with another one. My lips look too red. It's because I actually got done eating Cheetos. Probably shouldn't have ate no Cheetos before I did a video. Marseille has been telling me and getting on me to do this video, and I know it's probably like, we don't even want that no more. I took a long time to get it done. The BBL Q&A from the male's perspective. Guys actually had the opportunity to ask me some questions on it, so I'm gonna be answering you guys' questions today. It's like he stay clean though with it. He ain't gonna hold you up. For a big dude, boy, I got a swag. Got the questions pulled up now. I got it together. Uriah, get it together. I do have 42 questions here. Probably not gonna answer them all. I'll pick one specific thing out of this question and answer it. As far as like paying and scheduling it, I guess I would have had to already get into the mindset of her getting it, or being okay with her getting it, and for her scheduling it. Granted, Marseille is her own woman. I don't control her. I can't make her do anything. That's not the type of relationship that we have. She said she wanted to get a third titty. I would tell her that I didn't like it, and hoping that because she knew I didn't like it, that she would probably not get that third titty added. Even though that would be like, I got more TMI, my bad. She respects me enough to basically allow my opinion to affect her in her decision making in life. As far as scheduling it, how did I feel about it? I was cool with it. Why? Because we had already came together and agreed on her getting the surgery. I guess when she did schedule it, it did like make it legitimate versus it being like those things that women like to do. Oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, and you know, it never happening. The liposuction in general is what we was focusing on the most, and so because she already had, or I wouldn't have been with her, because that's what I love the most about, like, you know, a woman's body. She already had that, technically, to me, in my eyes. I don't know, some other people might think otherwise, but to me, she did. So in that case, I wanted her to feel better in her skin, and granted, she birthed me 2 beautiful children, and so in that case, if she felt like she didn't feel better in her skin, I mean, at that point, I was willing to do whatever she wanted to do to make herself feel better. Men that are married or in a relationship, they know that after women sometimes have kids, sex drive slows down. Why? Because they feel like they're not as attractive as they were previous to them having kids. Am I right or wrong, man? If that's what she wanted, my life easier, I was willing to help her in any way, shape, or form with doing it. Did you encourage your wife to go through with the BBL procedure? I didn't encourage, I guess I should say, because I wouldn't want her to feel as if like she needed it, I guess. But one thing I did tell her is that it didn't matter to me. So not encouraged, no. I did, once we talked about it or whatever, and she said she wanted to get it, I did tell her that if it made her happy, like I said before, then I'm willing to go through with the process with her 110%. I would have been fine with the way she, God made her after she had my 2 children, because granted, her body had to go through that to give me kids. I'm in love with her, and so I don't know if anybody, I know this is off script again, my bad, I'm gonna make it quick, but I don't know if you ever had sex, like say you, male or female, you have sex with somebody that you wouldn't technically say you was in love with. It just kind of feel bland. Like, granted, oh yeah, you might have had fun, but then when you like madly in love with somebody, or you know that you're in love with somebody, you have sex with them, it feel like it's the best in the world. It's kind of the thing for me. So like sex just in general, it just always felt like it was the best in the world. How would you feel if another man began drooling, lusting, approaching your wife now that she has a new body? You know, no, I'm just playing. I've been dealing with that my whole life, or our whole relationship. It's no different. She's always had the ability to walk into a room and literally, you know what I'm saying, everybody stop and, oh my God, girl, you are beautiful, blah, blah, blah. She always had an ass, even if it wasn't normally, I'm gonna use the term ass, you know, hopefully I don't offend nobody, but, and if kids are watching this, you might hear some explicit language. She always had an ass to me. And it seemed like she must have always had an ass to other people, because obviously she would still get that same attention even before she even went through with the surgery. So I really don't think that it's really changed. I don't even know if I would say that it changed more online. Like, obviously being an influencer online, I don't think it's even changed. It's the same. It hasn't changed anything. Or being in like, I've been in a club, I don't know, I think I kind of got, even though I'm light skinned, don't let it fool you, I have a build of masculinity. I still have yet to have somebody, you know, be disrespectful or anything like that, and you know what I mean, I'll be back in jail or on house arrest.
Wow. Oh wow.
You think this can potentially be harmful to your marriage? Why or why not? I would say that it potentially could be harmful to some people's marriage. So granted, say a woman, it was a drastic change for them. Like, for example, I don't really see it as a drastic change for Marcia. I don't think that it would have changed her how she thought. But say a woman that never really had that shape, and she had maybe lost a lot of weight and then she got that surgery. So that attention, I think, like was in the last question, I think that is what changes people. So some people that might have a drastic change and all their life, you know, they might not have been getting that kind of attention, and now because of their body being so different, that potentially could harm a marriage. Not this marriage, I don't think so, because like I said, the attention that she has been getting has been the same. Not been long into our journey, so who knows, it may potentially change, it could get worse. But then on the man's side, it could be harmful to a marriage in the sense of, like, he might not have wanted her to get it, and then she ended up getting it anyways, and so in that case, now he might have more of a trust issues, and then it make her feel like, oh, because I did this, you know what I'm saying? It's so many things that can make it be harmful with getting something like that, if you don't have a strong foundation within the home or within the relationship, not marriage, because you can be boyfriend and girlfriend and it can still happen. So in the relationship, if you don't have a strong foundation and kind of understanding of each other, then yeah, it's multiple things that can cause harm to it. We haven't had any yet, and so I'm just thankful for God. He brought it to my attention. I didn't be like, girl, you should get a BBL. Like, some men might do that, but I plan on being with my wife for the rest of my life. So in that case, I would never approach her and be like, you should get a BBL, because then she would probably feel less of something by me doing that, and so I wouldn't even do something like that. Do you think there can be something that she should have kept or got rid of? For her, no, because we kind of talked it over prior to going into it. It's hard to say, man, because I'm not saying that we're perfect by any means, because we're definitely not perfect. Trust me, I promise you. We like literally went over how we wanted to do it, like how she wanted it, how the shape, like I was like there, like, you know, she showed me like her pictures of people that she wanted it to look like she wanted her shape to look like. I don't really think it looks that much different. Obviously it's a little bit bigger, and her stomach is a lot smaller, but like I said, she had a smaller stomach at one point in her life. So it's not like I never seen it, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like, oh my God, that's ridiculous. Now, maybe if she went back like 4 more times, then I would probably be like, looking back at it like, ooh, whoa, yeah, it's a big difference, big, damn. But, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't really like, we didn't want no abnormal looking booty. It wasn't nothing like that. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was like a little bit more than what it was, but it still looked natural, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't look unnatural, like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't walking around looking like Nicki, you know what I'm saying? She walking around looking like Cardi. No, I'm playing. I'm in love with Nicki though, so I don't know if anybody know, but yeah. You can ask Marseille. Yo, she hate it, but I ain't gonna lie. Her shape is weird, but her as a, like, what's, boy. Do you ever worry about her changing up on you now that she got this new body?